I beg, buck me at the Emirates. Buck me at the Emirates, because I'll go. You let me know what game you want to go to.
Did that person ever buck you at the Emirates? Just want to...
No, they didn't. But my internet just moved. The whole thing was freezing. Am I cool at the moment? Can you?
Oh, yeah, you're cool. Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool.
Shall I tell you what I think happened? I reckon they probably went to the Emirates, probably saw you standing over the statue and were like, is that one human being? We're just like, yeah, I've made a mistake here. I reckon that's what happened. they probably were like, is he standing on something? And then they're like, oh no, he's 6'9". Yeah, I reckon that's probably what happened. They definitely saw you and said, we don't want to smoke.
Oh man, that's funny. But yo, big up, man. Big up everyone. Obviously, we're back with another stream. You get me? Gonna talk a bit about Arsenal, gonna talk a bit about Liverpool, all of that stuff. So just make sure you're doing the correct admin stuff. Take your shoes off, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We just went past 8K, so obviously, you get me, big up. We're honing down on that 10K in it, but the only way that I can get there is if you guys are hitting the thumbs up, because it brings in more people, new people, and more people subscribe. And you know how it goes, it becomes a bit of a snowball. So obviously, don't be frauds. And all of you that are on the Twitter, come over to the YouTube, drop a like, and then if you want, you can go back and watch it on the Twitter. And make sure you're also subscribing over at Kopish as well. These man are doing some lovely stuff as Liverpool content creators, and now is an amazing time to tune into them, because that 5 out of 5 thing ain't really a thing no more, innit? So they're having their emergency meetings, you know, talking about maybe it's done already, looking sad on streams, all of that stuff. So go over there, show them some love, and tune into the pain, because you have to enjoy the pain while it's here, because the pain won't be here eternally. Like, it's eventually going to go back to the good old days for Liverpool. So hey, enjoy it while it's here, right? Because you never know when it might go away. So yeah, I mean, just before we get into everything, how are you on this lovely evening, Brother Carl?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Just the usual, bro. Just grinding away. I wouldn't say I'm down in the dumps regarding Liverpool. A little agitated, but you know, I mean, sometimes these things happen.
I mean, I called you after the Chelsea
game.
That
was dark of you. I'm not gonna lie. That was dark. I was in a low point. You didn't even say good evening. You didn't ask how I was doing. You just started laughing down the phone. I was like, right, this is my meant to be one of my brethren. Yeah, well, your brethren are meant to uplift you when you're going through dark times, and you were putting stomps in. Like, all I felt with the bottom of Timberlands hitting me in my back of my chest. I was like, right, this is where we're at now. Cool. Right, it's hard.
Hey, remember, there's no sympathy or pity now, because you started this. You called me after the Man City game last season, and I told you, cool, if this is the game you want to play.
It wasn't. It was the West Ham game. I called you to wish you happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The Man City game was the second time, innit? I remember. Yeah, the first.
No,
yeah,
you beat No, I didn't call you after Man City. You beat Man City the second time you played them. You beat them 5-1, innit? You smashed Man City last season.
FO called me. No, you called me after you lot beat Man City.
Yeah, I celebrated.
Yeah, that was the first time you called me after you lot beat Man City.
Yeah, because you said we're gonna get beat up by Man City, and I called you to see like if you wanted to join in on a celebration. Yeah, and then on your birthday, bro. On your birthday, we called you. Me and the kids called you. We took time out of our day to call you, wish you happy birthday. The kids wanted to sing "Happy Birthday, Uncle Hooks."
And this is why. This is exactly why. Yeah, you got the phone call. It's exactly why you got the phone call, and it's why
I was just trying to be a good friend and show my kids some respect. Like, Uncle Hooks' birthday. Let's sing "Happy Birthday."
Well, I mean, I appreciate the gesture, even though I know that that's not actually why you called me. But hey, big up for thinking of me on my birthday. I appreciate it. But that's when you kind of sealed your fate in stone, isn't it? So I mean, look, I won't lie. I'm getting kind of annoyed with the footballing YouTube space at the moment because it seems like everybody and their mum has a bit of context or a bit of some excuses as to why we shouldn't all be grilling Liverpool and their players and all of this stuff because it's only 7 games. So it's only 7 games. But I mean, it's like everybody forgot what Liverpool fans were like after 5 games. So I won't lie, I'm a bit frustrated at the moment, because you have to appreciate that as an Arsenal fan, I'm used to, everybody doing this and jumping in the Megazord whenever, something goes wrong for Arsenal. But it's like for Liverpool, people don't want to do that. I don't know. Maybe they genuinely believe in their hearts that this is just a temporary blip and, who knows, maybe you'll go and smoke Man United 7-0 and it's like, see, he told you. And I don't know, maybe Wirtz gets a hat trick and 4 assists and they were like, oh, I told you. And that's fine. But you know me, sometimes I like to live in the moment. And it's just a shame that a lot of people don't want to live in the moment with me. But hey, that's fine. I'm as an Arsenal fan, I'm used to doing this on a solo anyway. So yeah, I mean it's Slot looking good at the moment. I think we can all agree it's Slot looking good, yeah.
Great.
And yeah, I try.
No,
and there's a wider discussion we can go into, but I guess first and foremost, like what is your actual stance as it currently stands?
what about Slot?
Well, no, about Liverpool.
I think there's a culmination of things. I think Slot is getting things massively wrong at the moment, and also players are underperforming. And I know that's the simplistic thing to say, but I think that's where it is. And if Slot starts getting it tactically right, I think some of the players improve. And if the players improve, we start winning games more comfortably. And then you build momentum, then you build more cohesion, confidence, and all those things. So I hate to put it all at the manager's feet, and I don't think I am, but I think the moment Slot gets it right or gets it better, then I think our fortunes change for the better. And the reason I say that is because we could probably count on our hand how many players have actually been good so far. And I'd probably say Alisson Becker. And when your goalkeeper has been one of your best players this season, that's probably a bit of a concern, especially with how busy he's been. I think Van Dijk's been good. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and Ekitike. If I'm not missing any, and that's 5 players who I'd say have been 7 or more out of 10 this season. Out of a 25-man squad, if you've got 5, that's very. Oh, sorry. Big up to KJ, Chiesa as well, but Chiesa's barely played, and again, that's on Slot as well, in my opinion. So if you're looking at 5 or 6 players out of a 25-man squad who have played well, then for me, there's a common denominator there. If you're looking, let's say, out of 25 players, or let's say out of a starting 11, only 3 players weren't playing well, then I think you could look at those 3 players individually. But when you're looking at a starting 11, you only see maybe 2 players out of that team playing well. I think you've got to look at the tactics and look at the setup of the team and why things are happening. And one of the things I loved most about Slot last season was his ruthlessness. He was ruthless with Trent, who we hadn't seen that before. He was ruthless with Kwanzaa in the first game of the season. He was ruthless with other players. Now I think he's taking the coward's way out with certain decisions he's making. So I think it's easier for him to say, I'm not going to substitute out Grav or Szoboszlai, but instead I'm going to move them into defence and then I'm going to put these players on. He said that he moved Gravenberch into defence because Konate was getting a lot of the ball and he wanted someone to basically progress the ball better than what Konate does. We've got Joe Gomez on the bench. And I'm not even sitting there saying Joe Gomez is the be-all and end-all. But I think as Liverpool fans, one thing we can all agree on is Joe Gomez is good on the ball. Joe Gomez can pass progressively and he can pass through the lines. So if you've got him on the bench, so what we're doing, and then you take off Connor Bradley because he's on a yellow card and continuing to make silly mistakes at half time. Guess what? We got Frimpong on the bench, who you brought in as a right back, and you put Szoboszlai there, who's been arguably our best centre midfielder this season, and you take out arguably our second best centre midfielder in Gravenberch and move him into defence as well. Then we're 1-1, chasing a winner, and you bring on Wataru Endo. I mean, I don't know if managers get drug tested, but I think that's a that's a sign, if you ask me. Someone's smoking some stuff if you're bringing on Endo to try and win a game. And then you look at Salah and Gakpo, bro, just ain't offering nothing at the moment.
Just to quickly on the Endo thing, yeah. Do you not think that him bringing on Endo is a sign that he was happy to keep the game at 1-1?
It's a very big coincidence. It's a very what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't make sense, because if you're bringing on Endo, then you look to consolidate what you got, right? We weren't playing like that though, because we're still going gung ho. Hence why we pretty much got caught on a counter. So you got to pick and choose. Either you're going to bring on Endo and try and play for the draw, or you don't bring on Endo and you bring on someone else who's more attacking and go for the win. If we brought on Chiesa, went for the win and lost, I could have probably lived with that a bit more than bringing on Endo, who has been called the closer for us, than bringing and then losing the game. Like,
wait, Chiesa didn't come on.
Hooked, bro. You know I'm a God-fearing man. I'm trying not to swear on these shows, bro. You're pushing me. Like, you know he didn't come on. You know he didn't.
Do you know what? Yeah. What is Slot's beef with Chiesa? It does feel like it. Do you know? From an outsider looking in, it does feel like he just doesn't like the player, and I don't know. Maybe it annoys him that whenever he does come on, he's doing well, because that kind of goes against him actually wanting. I don't know. It just feels like he doesn't want to play him. Like even the fact, yeah, and I don't know.Maybe there was some technical reason why it happened, but even the fact that he wasn't originally called up as part of the Champions League squad, I thought that was a bit weird.
Crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was whoa, like. Why would you not? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of them ones. Why would you not? So I don't know. Like, and the thing is, it didn't feel like you was actively trying to sell him in the summer.
No.
So now I'm confused. I don't know if Liverpool fans are confused, but now I'm confused because
we're confused, bro. We're very confused.
Like, you didn't actively try to sell him, but you're actively not playing him. So do you want him? Do you not want him? Do you know what I mean? Because if you don't want him, like, that could be someone else in the squad that you do want that can come on and impact games and maybe, you know, rotate a bit. And because of it, do you know, at the moment, yeah, all right, cool. I'll try my best to take off my troll hat and my tribalism hat and all of that, yeah. At the moment, it feels like there's a lot of things that are being compounded together that are just making it be real negative for Liverpool at the moment. Because obviously this is temporary. Like, it is gonna. I'm not an idiot. Like, things will click. The thing is, like, obviously we say a lot. Like, Liverpool will click, the players will click. I don't know what the outcome is of the players clicking, but it's definitely playing a lot better than what you've been playing, of course, this season. Now, it's just unfortunate that everything is happening all at the same time. Like, for example, you had so if we go all the way back, you had the Trent stuff, and then that was compounded by obviously the sad passing of Diogo Jota, and then obviously now I guess you could kind of say it's been compounded again by keeping Chiesa out of the Champions League squad, which then probably ruffles a few feathers inside the cap, because I would assume that there's players that really like Kears. Kears himself would be annoyed. So it's like, cool, you're ruffling more feathers. Then it gets compounded again by the fact that Wirtz hasn't started off in the way that probably a lot of people envisaged him starting off, in it. Not saying he won't get better, but it just is what it is. I mean, even before that, you could say it was compounded by the fact that it took you guys so long to secure Isak, which means that he didn't have a preseason. And then now
he as well through the door.
And didn't get Gahey. Like, it just feels like there's a lot of things that are compounding together that are negative that may be translating into why you haven't started this season as well. I say as well as you would have liked, in it, because obviously you're only 1 point off first place, in it. But at this moment, I'm purely talking about performance, because even though you guys didn't want to address it at the time, I was consistently saying, you man look poor. Like, you man don't look. I even said it. Like, I'm pretty sure I said it to you. Like, it's one of the first times in my life I've had to go to Anfield, but I was calm before going to Anfield. I wasn't worried, or I didn't feel like I was gonna get smoked. Obviously, in the end, we lost to the free kick is what it is. But like, I'm now thinking Manchester United are probably looking at the game that they have next with you, and they're going, "Ooh, like
there may be something in that."
Yeah, like it's like they haven't won there in 10 years, going on 11. So it's like, cool. We don't usually win there, but ooh, man, it's looking kind of shaky at the moment over at Liverpool. So maybe we can get something. But this is the thing: like, Manchester United fans shouldn't be able to think that way, and that's kind of how it's gone the other way for Liverpool. So I think it has to be do you know what? Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Someone said it to me. I can't remember who it was. Someone said it, but what's going on now at Liverpool at the moment? Yeah, it's kind of similar to the PSG.
Yeah, I said that
scenario. It was you. Yeah, the PSG scenario. Yeah. It's very similar to the PSG, the Messi, Neymar.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm not saying that PSG. I'm talking about PSG last season.
No. So I'm talking about, so like someone said this, like, it's similar to, like, with the way that you've got so many different stars. It's like you've gone from being a team that's like we build to a team that's like full of Galacticos, obviously to a degree, in it. So
shall I tell you why I disagree with that though, bro? Because Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, obviously phenomenal footballers. But you wouldn't look at any of those and say, they're hard workers, or they're guys that are going to sacrifice for the team. Wirtz, Gakpo, they will do that. Like, Isak will do that. Salah, he won't do that at this stage of his career. And Slot's even come out, and Salah's come out and said that his job isn't to be tracking back and all that. But that's a separate conversation, because right back is left exposed a lot of the time because of that. Szoboszlai runs for everyone. Gravenberch is selfless. So I don't understand. Like, in terms of pricing, yes, Isak and Wirtz, they're Galacticos in terms of pricing, but in terms of actual ego, neither of them have the ego of an Mbappe, a Neymar, or a Messi, because they can't, because they're not on those levels in the game. But they have the price tags.
But but I mean ego in the sense of, like, all right, cool. You've just gone and splashed on Wirtz. Yeah. So to Wirtz, yeah, I'm the main man. Like, they've just gone out and spent all this. I'm the main man. Like, in his mind, he's probably, yeah, cool. I'm being brought in to be the difference maker. I'm the guy that Liverpool decided that they're gonna splash the cash on for me to be the difference maker. So
sorry to cut you again. That's what I don't think. I think the opposite's happening. I want Wirtz to think like that. I don't think he's thinking like that right now. I think he's looking around and he's going, bro, Grav's a baller, Sobo's a baller, Salah's a baller. Bro, should I be trying to be? I want him to have that arrogance, because at Leverkusen he was that guy. You could see it on the football pitch. He would walk out onto the pitch and he's looking at everyone like, get the ball to me, I'll make this stuff happen. At Liverpool, he's not doing that. He's
'Cause it's kinda-
he's giving responsibility to salaries. He's saying, "Go on, you have like." I want to see that, whereas I don't think he's doing that now.
But it's kind of hard for him to do that, right? Because it's like he goes from like cool saying that to like Nathan Teller, like, yeah, I'm like now, like, can you really go, yo, Salah, give me the ball? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's like, do you know what I mean? like, obviously no disrespect because I think Nathan Teller's a baller, but like it's a bit different, isn't it? There's level, and then obviously then Isak comes in. And now Isak, he knows he's the man. This causes in my opinion, this causes like a minor rift between Isak and Salah, because even though I don't think that Salah is necessarily an egotistical person by nature, I think it's very difficult for someone to be as successful and as good as he has been for the club that he's playing for, and there not be a bit of ego there.
Yeah, of course.
So, because you even see it in times where it's like he could just square the ball to Isak. Isak wants the ball. He doesn't do it because he's like, no, I'm Salah. I'm going to go and get the goal. And then you can see that Isak is frustrated. Isak's annoyed now. So I'm not saying, like, obviously, none of us know them as well. You might know them as like persons because you're famous and maybe you've been backstage.
I definitely don't.
But don't know them as persons. So I don't actually know if like Isak will take that to heart, like to a degree that once the game is done, he's now still think, fuck Salah, man, why didn't he pass me that ball and then take it into the next game? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that type of lack of connection can cause rifts, and it can what Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes were probably hoping for is, if we bring in all these gems and like it's like we're adding seasoning to the pot and we're gonna have a mad dinner, it could actually end up spoiling the broth. So yeah, I don't know. Like me now, I guess I'll let you go, but to me personally, now as an Arsenal fan now, I started off the season very confident because even though you had an amazing window, I still thought that my window was better. And the reason why I thought my window was better is because, and also I feel like you guys were very top heavy. Like you addressed, and I also believe that where we addressed a bit of our 11 and our squad, I feel like you guys just addressed your 11. So I went, cool. 11 for 11. Yeah, you guys probably scare most teams and you probably will end up beating us because your 11's mad strong. But over the course of 38 games, I feel like my squad can handle that a lot better than your squad. So I went in pretty confident. And the way the season started off, I was actually, obviously, you're never happy when you lose. You're never happy when you drop points. But I went, you know what? It's Liverpool at Anfield. Like, I could go another 20 seasons and I'll probably draw there 15 times, win maybe twice if I'm lucky, and the rest are losses, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, is what it is. Do you know what I mean? And then the Man City draw, I'm like, well, aside from the last 2 seasons, like, they've actually punched me up at my ground very consistently for a long time. So it's like, a draw is what it is. I wasn't one of the Arsenal fans that was getting all kind of ranty and ravey about what was going on in it, because I knew, just as like how Liverpool had, in terms of like points on the board and results, like 5 out of 5, really good run. I knew that my team can do that. Yeah, like there's no reason why my team can't do that. So I still thought we was going to win the league from the start of the season. Now, like maybe I'll be wrong at the end of the season. We can only find out in it. But I looked at Liverpool, the way that you started the season, and I went, something ain't right here. And that gave me more confidence. That alone gave me more confidence. The fact that I could just sense, maybe I'm wrong. I could be good. That is the best. From me personally, my opinion, I could smell something wrong. Yeah. And that gave me more confidence. So And now what I was smelling, it's now come to fruition. Now it could be temporary because, like I said, you could go and punch up Man United 7-0, and then it's like, oh, all of this was for no reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's
I hear everything you're saying, and I can't say you're wrong at the moment because you're not. I look at the Palace game and we were awful. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the worst performance we've had this season. And were it not for Alisson, we're 4-5-0 down at halftime.
Yeah.
The Chelsea game, I look at and I go, Chelsea were there for the taking. They had Achapong and Badiashile as their centre backs, and then actually ended the game with Reece James and Jarrell Hatter at centre back, which is like their absolute worst case scenario. But yet they still got a win. For me, this is about. I say this. This could be famous words come back and bite me. This, in my opinion, is about as low as we can get right now. Now, if we lose to Man United, the person you see here now, Hooks, is not going to be here next time. Like, I'll be a very different person. I shudder to think who I'll be if that happens. Losing against Man United, no. That's just at Anfield. Oh, no. We crashed out as a fan base when we drew with them last season.
Oh.
And I think the frustration I've got right now is probably, if I'm going to be honest with a lot of Liverpool fans right now, how I'm seeing how quickly a lot of Liverpool fans have turned against Slot. And I feel as though Liverpool fans aren't looking at the bigger picture of things. And look, I know he's someone that Liverpool fans don't even want to speak about, but when everyone goes, why not just go back to the midfield three that played last season? Well, it's simple, because we don't have a false nine. Ekitike can play false nine. So if you're going to do that midfield three, Ekitike's got to start instead of Isak. Salah was having an all-worldly season last season. And guess who was at right back last season, who was able to bypass the midfield and hit a 70-yard diagonal to Diaz or Gakpo, or hit a ball which went like that to Salah's feet? Like, we haven't got that now. So if you've then brought me a Frimpong and also we've still got a Bradley there, why are they being pushed out to the wing or inverted into a number 10 position when Konate is on the ball? Because then you're not allowing Konate to have an option or an outlet. So all he can do is go back in field to Virgil or go back to Alisson. He can't play into the midfield because the midfielders are hiding at the moment, wanting to receive the ball. The only one who can progress the ball through midfield at the moment is Gravenberch, and that's through his driving with the ball as opposed to his passing. McAllister's in the worst form of his life, probably. Florian Wirtz, as a result, is not getting as much of the ball as he should be getting. And when he is setting people up, they're missing chances. Gakpo only wants to cut inside, and he's been poor this season. Salah's been woeful this season. Kirkes is being asked to be part of the build-up playing a back three, which is not his game. At Bournemouth, he was told, we win the ball back, get on your bike.
Oh, wow. And this happens sometimes for those of you that watch this. So while Cal has gone briefly, big up to Dan Potts, for the raid, Football's 12th man raid. If you have come over from there, just make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. There's about over 200 people in here, so we should have a lot of likes. We should have a lot of subscribes. Don't be frauds, people. Head over to Kopish as well. Show the family tree some love, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, big up Mr. Slot Boy, the super chat. But man, big up family. Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But obviously, do you know what? Yeah. A lot of what you were saying, it sparked a topic in my head that I wanted to talk to a Liverpool fan about. Yeah. And I feel like you may be the perfect Liverpool fan to have this conversation with.
I'm worried now.
So, all right, let's frame it. Yeah. Let's frame it. So, this is the question I'm going to pose to you. Do you think that Liverpool are currently struggling with adapting to a new style, a new way of playing? Because hear me out, yeah. hear me out, bro. You know the thing, health get me is mad at the moment, but hear me out, yeah. So over the Klopp tenure, yeah, which part and part can include part of last season, because I do feel like there was a lot of like after essence of Klopp still there. You could see it. Like all Slot really did was a few tweaks, and the tweak that I thought was really good personally. Like he calmed it down a bit. He wasn't as rock and roll, but in certain moments, it's like you cranked it from like 0 to 1,000,000 within like a few seconds, and it became real scary. So it was very smart what he did. Now, I've always referred to the way that you guys play football as Mo Farah football. Yeah?
Yeah.
Find the runner. Kick it. Everybody's always running. Like, when you had Mane and Salah, it was so scary because you had two wingers that, kick the ball, they're always running, all the time. Running. Everybody's willing to run. You lot were willing to run more than anybody. You had engines all over the field.
Yeah.
And that's why when you guys transitioned, yeah, it was it was at Halloween.
It was a long
it was Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
Now now you lot, yeah, didn't play with, I guess, what you would call a traditional 10.
Yeah. No.
I would actually argue that a lot of your success in terms of playing football and destroying teams actually came from, I guess, more deep lying playmakers, like playmakers that are a lot deeper than a 10. And I would even go as far to argue that your 10 was actually at right back.
Yeah, it was.
So now, what in obviously it's still early, but in my analysis, what's happened is you've gone from having like your reliance on creativity. Well, I'd say reliance to a degree. Your reliance on creativity coming from Trent at right back, who would then shift in to the midfield, or sometimes he would just spray the ball from right back and cut open everything.
Yeah.
Your players in your team now have to focus more on building up, because I guess the person that you're looking to get the ball to create that final action that leads to a goal is Wirtz in the 10. You're not used to playing like that.
Yeah.
Your players aren't used to play. Salah's not used to playing like that. Gakpo, you could argue, he hasn't been at Liverpool that long, but at least while he's been at Liverpool, he hasn't been used to playing like that. Obviously, new players coming into the team, because I think Ekatike, he's used to that, right? Isak, he's used to that, right? But there's still this blend between people that aren't and people that are. You got, like you said, you got Kirkes, who is like, cool, instead of being that guy who actually Kirkes would have actually been a perfect signing under Klopp. Perfect. But now he's being asked to kind of be Trent. And maybe that's because Slot has recognized that out of like Bradley and Frimpong or Kirkes is probably the better defender out of all of them. So if you're going to bring anyone into a back three, it makes sense for it to be Kirkes. But by doing that, to kind of improve your build-up, you're actually sacrificing the good traits of Kirkes. So, I mean, it's something that we could talk about for a while. And when I say a while, I don't just mean in this stream specifically. Yeah. I mean in like across a whole set of like streams over months, because obviously as time goes on, your style's going to develop and they get more used to it. But I genuinely think the reason why you look so poor is because a lot of your core players are not used to playing in the style that you're kind of being forced. Well, when I say forced, I don't like, not Slot hasn't got a gun to their head, but you know what I mean? It's what he's trying to basically make you Barcelona.
I'm going to ask you a question, because everything you said, fully agree with. What is our style?
Currently? Yeah. So again, a very good question. And it's one
we don't have one.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to answer, because like I feel like as a rival fan, well, not even as a rival fan, the word rival, I don't even need to use it. As a fan as a football fan that is watching a team that's not theirs, more often than not, you find yourself watching the ball. Do you get what I mean? Like when I'm watching Liverpool play or Chelsea play or Tottenham play, I'm not watching them with like my tactical glasses on, innit, to try and see what's happening. I'm not trying to understand the deep lying kind of philosophy that's being executed, right?
No, I hear that. But even on a surface level, then, bro, what is Liverpool's plan right now? We don't know.
So
no,
I feel like you're trying to get Gravenberch further up the pitch. So I feel like with Gravenberch, what you're trying
even said that.
Yeah, I feel like with, do you know what? I don't mean in terms of comparison of the player, but I mean in like comparison of like the profile. I feel like Slot's trying to do with Gravenberch what Arteta does with Rice.
That's fine.
This is what I feel he's trying to do.
When Rice goes forward, who's in the midfield that covers him?
See, so now you understanding why I'm saying. See, you can understand now why I think Baleba was a better signing than Wirtz in it. But like Zubamendi sits, and do you know what? It's not even just Zubamendi. Like
Marino as well.
Yeah, even sometimes Erdegaard. But the thing is, like, because with Arsenal, it's more about space than position in it. So it's like players I say naturally, it's kind of been drilled into them over years and years and years to like when one person moves into a certain space, you have whoever you are, you have to move into that space that they vacate, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and that's very difficult to drill into players. So I can understand if like, because I would say last season, okay, Gravenberch, he wasn't like necessarily a sweeper, but he wasn't getting as he was. The ask wasn't to get as forward as what he is now.
Yeah.
So, because it's weird, right? Because I actually personally think that he's a better 8 than a 6, right? But he was your 6.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you're making him be an 8, then who is your 6 now?
He was the person who tried to tackle Caicedo before Caicedo unleashed that shot. McAllister. In what world would you have McAllister playing as your last port of call in midfield? In what sanity would you have that? McAllister is best as an 8, right?
It's like shouldn't McAllister have the instructions that Gravenberch has?
Shall I tell you, Hooks, this again, you'll get the shirt at Christmas, innit? So I've said this from the beginning, before a ball was kicked. I said to people, I love McAllister, but we as a fan base have to choose between the two. If it's a cup fight, if let's say we drew a cup final, Real Madrid in the final, this notion that it's got to be McAllister in the midfield with Gravenberch and Wirtz, it won't work. You play one or the other, because even though last season Szoboszlai was listed as the number 10, Szoboszlai was covering Salah's running, he was covering Trent's running, and he was doing the running of a number 10 as well.
Yeah.
Also, Mac was the player who would be getting beyond the attackers a lot of the time. Mac would be the player that would make the late runs to the box or on the edge of the box. So even though Szoboszlai was quote unquote the 10, McAllister had the most freedom, tactical freedom in that part of the pitch. He was the midfielder who went, okay, I've got the least about shackles here. Szoboszlai couldn't just vacate position, because if you do that, no one's covering Salah's run. No one's covering Salah's defending. And Trent didn't want to defend. So Szoboszlai was over that side as well. Right now, you had Gravenberch last season who was disciplined in the 6 and had a very good season. And you've just said to him, yeah, go forward as well. So basically, what we're basically saying is we're out of 11 players on the pitch, only 3 of them are going to defend. And that is Konate, Virgil and Alisson. And one of them can use their hands. It is crazy. Bradley's not been good defensively. Frimpong's not great defensively. Kirkes hasn't been great, full stop. And Robbo's not the same Robbo as of old. You
Or do you know
need
what?
protection in the midfield. And here's the thing, bro. You can ask anyone who watches Kopish on a regular. I've been screaming about getting a DM. The moment Fabinho fell off, I said, please go get me a DM. Bro, I went viral for the Caicedo stuff, bro. There's a reason I went. There's a reason I went viral for the wrong reasons, bro. Like I wanted a DM. I needed Liverpool to sign a DM. We haven't had a DM since Fabinho. Last summer, I was screaming. I was saying, guys, we need a DM. Nah, we got Grav. I'm like, Grav's better with next to a DM. Go and get me a DM so Grav can play next to a DM. And I'm telling you right now, bro, I don't think we should have got Belabor instead of Wirtz. I'm saying get to Belabor or Wharton as well as Wirtz. Because we did need a number 10. Because we're losing Trent at right back, who was our most creative player, we needed to replace the creativity in the team. And you can't get another right back who's as creative as Trent. So you have to go and move that into midfield. Because no one's got... And here's the thing, everyone's like, you can't build up without Trent. No one else had Trent. Only Liverpool and Real Madrid have ever had Trent in football. So unless anyone can name your right back that can do what Trent does, then everyone else builds up from the back.
In terms of build up, I think that Timber can do it. The only thing,
spray a ball like Trent.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about more short passing and moving, and do you know what I mean? Like because Timber is techie, like, and Timber can drive himself as well. Obviously, no one can like. I say Trent's like De Bruyne at right back, in it. Like no one can do what he does in terms of like his vision, his eye for a pass, his delivery, his like them crossfield balls that just use to slice open defense, and then on top of all of that, set piece god, pretty much. Like so, dead ball specialist. So like I hear that. I hear it now.
In Emirates last season that finished 2-2. Who split the game open with our equalizer? It's I think Nunes got the assist, but Trent opened the game up.
100%.
We weren't scoring before, like unless Trent opens the game up, they were not scoring in that game. Open the game up. When we played Man City at Anfield, Trent sprayed I think it must have been a 70-yard pass to Salah on his foot. Left Salah one-on-one with the defender. Salah puts across the box. Gakpo gets a tap in. So yeah, even though Trent might not have got the assist, he was extremely vital in getting some of these goals. And again, I am not even sitting there blaming the club. Trent wanted to go in the end. But if you're going to go and get Florian Wirtz, who's your new creator, in the same way you protected Trent all these years by putting a system in place that allowed Trent to thrive, go and do that for your number 10 now. Go and do that. Bruv, do you know how many times I've seen Florian Wirtz come to collect the ball from the centre-backs, or Florian Wirtz clearing up the mess that the midfield have made? Like, what are we doing? I never saw Kevin De Bruyne run past Fernandinho or Rodri to clean up mess in midfield. Rodri and Fernandinho said, hey, you get yourself back up there. We'll deal with this here. When you're in the final third, deliver something.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not saying you can't work hard, you know. I'm not saying you can't get into position and press and all this, but to be continuously doing shuttle runs past McAllister, past Gravenberch sometimes, which is what Szoboszlai was doing. No, that's not Florian Wirtz. Don't make sense. Yeah, I want Florian Wirtz to be getting the ball on the half turn, looking up and seeing 3 people in front of him who are making runs. So he's got an option. Right now, he gets the ball. He might have to beat a player, or he gets the ball in the half turn, looks in front of him, and he's seeing 3 players looking at him, standing with their back to goal. That is not good. Gakpo's got his back to goal. Salah's got his back to goal, and Ekitike's got his back to goal. The only person who's running in behind at the moment is Isak, and that's easy to defend against. You yourself said it, bruv. There'll be times Bobby would get the ball on the half turn. Who's running in front of him? Salah, Mane, and probably Henderson making up a third run, or Gini Wijnaldum making up a third run. How do you defend against that? But right now, it's easy to defend against. Easy. We're not doing things right.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Before that, because do you know what? We're gonna bund the Arsenal stuff today, and we're just gonna do Liverpool because I found a very good exploratory point in it. But before we go into that, big up Mr. Slot Ball with the Bad boy. If we lose next game, I'm changing my name. No, Mr. Slotball, the name's iconic, man. You can't change it, bro.
Can't change the name now.
Can't change it, man. The name's iconic, bro. And another one, I'll say it first. Bring back Trent. I do think
I'm not in that camp. I'm not in that camp.
Well, obviously, you won't want to bring him back because of what happened.
No, not even that. I just think sometimes you should move on from a player. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
I just think sometimes, and look, I'll be real with you. Trent's he's played a lot of football by his age. Like, I don't think him picking up injuries now is a coincidence. It's kind of what's going to happen now, unfortunately, in his career, because from the age of 18 to 25, it was non-stop football. Like that will catch up with you.
Yeah. Okay, no, fairs. And he has been playing in a high intensity system for the majority, well, not majority of his career, but for a large part of his career on the club as well. So it's only natural that the wheels start falling off. I hear that. So hear me out. Yeah. I know sometimes I say some crazy stuff, but hear me out. Yeah. So do you think Liverpool would play? Do you know what? I think I'll be able to explain my point better with a little visual in it. I think this will help you understand a bit better in it. So
yeah,
let me share my screen quickly. So, all right, cool. So yeah, formation 4-3-3 because I'm a true baller in it. So obviously, we'll do best case scenario because obviously, what? Okay, I was like, why isn't it surviving anyone? So best case scenario. I know he's injured, but I'm talking best case scenario here, innit? So when I say best case, do you know what? Those people that know me, when they see me do these tactics for Arsenal, they know I'm a big box thinker, in it. I go way out of the box. You get me? So hear me out, yeah. Hear me out. Yeah.
You lost me.
No. Hear me out.
Call the police. You've lost me, bro.
No. Hear me out. Gomez is better than any right back that you currently have at the moment. So we just have to throw that out there. He's also defensively better than any right back that you have. And having someone who's actually good defensively at right back would actually limit the amount of bozo moments that... See, look, Boyten already knew what I was going to do. He already knew. Boyten, he knows. He would limit the bozo moments from Konate, yeah? Okay, so hear me out. Yeah, because this isn't even the mad part. So the fact that he was already tapping out, I can't believe it because this is not even the mad part, innit? So we keep on moving, yeah? Hear me out, yeah? Hear me out. Cool. Yeah, so McAllister on the right hand side. This part is very important. Because
this is looking a bit crazy.
Hear me out. Only 60 likes, by the way, is crazy. Start liking the video. So hear me out. McAllister's here because the right hand side is more defensively sound, isn't it? Because obviously Kirkes is going to be bombing. So what you do is, I don't even know how you spell this guy's name. There you go. Got it first time. You have Szoboszlai on this side because obviously the link up with the brothers, same nation, but a lot of the bombing that Kirkes will do, Szoboszlai can cover a lot of the space he leaves behind. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna do now.
So hear me out. Should I go even more mad? Should I go full mad?
You're already halfway there, bro.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go full mad. Do you know what? No, I'm not gonna go full mad. I was about to go full mad, but I'm not gonna do it. I know he's been playing poor, but he's still Mo Salah in it.
Oh no! Ah, no, 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 no. I thought your eyes were red because you're tired. No, yeah.
Florian Wirtz as the
Yes,
false
I'm a
nine.
ganja planter. I'm the ganja farmer. Like,
Isak on
no,
the okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Yeah. Hear me
no.
out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Yeah. Wirtz can play that Firmino role because
He
look,
can't.
because hear me out. Yeah. A point that you said. Yeah, is Wirtz is picking up the ball. Truth be told, I shouldn't even be doing this on camera because if Slot somehow sees, and
Truth
then
be told, you should be doing this
start
for
rolling with this, yeah. and then I see this in the next game. It's crazy. So
If I see this in the next game, I'm gonna crash out.
no, hear me out. Yeah. So you yourself said that a big problem that Wirtz is facing is he's picking up the ball on the half turn, he's turning, and then everyone's back is to goal. Yeah. So Wirtz in the false nine, he won't have that problem because when he picks up the ball, yeah, he's gonna have Mo Salah because he'll pick up the ball like here. Yeah, is where he'll pick up the ball in the space here. Salah will run in. Isak will run in. Isak is already someone that likes to play off the left anyway and drift off the left. He's just that type way. So having him on the left, he's obviously, do you know what? It looks like this, but he will more so, these that will be hovering around here a lot. So I guess effectively they will kind of become your two strikers anyway. Yeah. And you're gonna have like, so this is what I envisage. This is actually what I envisage happening in it. So let's just say in possession. This is kind of how I see it working in possession. Yeah. Is like something
Yes, worse.
something like this in possession.
Oh,
Maybe Salah comes out to hold a bit more width. Do you know what? Maybe you start seeing stuff like maybe you see something like this.
oh gosh.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll be honest. You know what you've proven to me today? That in your deepest essence, you're a Liverpool fan. So you're an Arsenal fan that will see Liverpool fail. Now it's hit me like a ton of bricks. Because if I ever see Liverpool set up like this structurally or formation wise, I'm literally gonna call Liverpool Football Club and ask for Slot to be set.
Look, I don't think you actually. Yeah, it's too lopsided because obviously I'm doing it off the fly in it, but I don't. Okay, look, hear me out. Yeah, Gomez is right back because out of all of your right backs, he's the most solid defensively. Yeah, I think we can agree. Out of all of your available right backs, he's the most solid defensively, and you already know that Slot wants to move. He wants someone to push forward in it. So Kirkhead's pushing forward and Gomez dropping into a back three, who is a centre back, makes more sense than you having Kirkhead's dropping into a back three. So by doing that, you're already more of an offensive threat because you have Kirkhead's bombing forward opposed to Conor Bradley or Frimpong. Yeah. Now you have Gravenberch as kind of the sweeper. Yeah. The six. We kind of all want him to go back there. Yeah. Cool. Now, having Wirtz as the false nine, yeah, having Wirtz as the false nine, he's left to fill up all this area, yeah, he becomes your main creator that you want him to be. Do you know what? Even to make you a bit more happy, I guess it could be like that, no? In possession, it could also work like that.
My head is hot, bro.
Do you know why you signed Kirkhead's delivery is crazy? So Kirkhead's bombing up and acting as like a left winger because obviously I don't think you realize your problem is you got too many cooks in the kitchen. But this whether you want to agree with it or not,
this formation we ain't even got gas for the stove, bro.
This is balance, bro. This is actual balance. Bro, this is balance, bro.
It's not. Shall I tell you why? I'm gonna show you from defense all the way forward why it's not balanced. Virgil van Dijk, if he's playing in a back three or transitioning into a back three, needs to be the central of the back three because he's got the best passing range. If you're going to play this,
he's also really good at defending wide areas, though, no?
Yeah, but that's not where he's best at. We need him in the center to command and,
Yeah,
and
but
to
you're
also
being
do all that
pedantic.
other stuff.
But you're being pedantic because it could
No, Hooks
this
is
could
his
easily
bad.
happen.
No,
like
because
in the flow of game, like players move around. So I feel like that's
yeah, but that's when teams counter and transition against you in the flow of play where players are moving and crossing paths and all that. If you're gonna do this, then I'd rather it be Kanai and Virgil start and then Gravenberch goes into the back three. McAllister defensively isn't great.
Yeah, you've got him. Yeah, but he's. Do you know what?
And we need Whip from Frimpong because I'd rather Salah be more infield. 4-4-2 diamond can work, but Wirtz cannot play false nine. But so I tell you why he can't play false nine, because he's not physical enough to play false nine. Even though Bobby was brilliant on the ball and silky, Bobby had physicality to him. Wirtz don't have.
Wait, you don't necessarily need to have physicality to play false nine. One thing that he has is a good low center of gravity.
Name me the best false nines that have played false nine.
Messi.
No, let me get this done. Do you know you just I just said, can you cook me a meal? And then you've just gone, yeah, go and get a Michelin star chef. Like, bro, I just want a little bit of rice and curry go, bro. That's all. Like, you've just named me the best chef of all time. Like, I just need a little bit of rice and some curry go. Do you have basmati in the cupboard? Aguero never played false nine.
Man City?
Nah, he never played false nine.
What?
You had De Bruyne there, bro. You had KDB. You don't play false nine when you got KDB. Benzema is false nine, way more physical than Wirtz. Firmino, way more physical. False nines they're physical, bro. Wirtz ain't physical like that.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is I was showing you the light for
that light was dark,
for you guys actually fix your problems, innit? But if you don't want to fix your problems, that's fine, innit? I big up Fonzie though with the Hawks has foosball knowledge. Right, man said Gary Neville type manager. Right. You man don't know. Do you know what? It's fine. You man
that won't work.
Smash the like button and subscribe. Yeah, smash the like button and so. Do you know what? It's fine, isn't it? Not everybody is gonna understand, yeah, the levels that is being reached in it. Yeah, not everyone's gonna understand it. Do you get it? Do you know what it's like? Do you see the allow me, Aaron, because you know this ain't true, innit? Yeah. You see, yeah, big you up though, but you can't do those backhanded. That's like, it's a real backhanded thing. I can't like, it's a backhanded thing, innit? So I'll big you up though, bro, because you're my bro. You get it? You're my bro, but this backhanded thing that you're doing, I don't know about it. But, so
that wasn't even backhanded, bro. That was open palm, bro. That wasn't backhanded at all. Aaron knew what he was saying. He just wanted you to know it's still love. Hooks, that can't work.
Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like? When it comes to my comprehension, yeah, of how football should be played on the pitch, yeah, it's like the Bible. Yeah. It's not for everybody. Not everyone's meant to understand it. Do you get it? It's only for a select few. Do you get it? So when it's fine. You don't get it. It's all right. It's fine. You don't have to. But I hope that you don't play that, because if you play that, boy, I think you win the league.
We don't. We absolutely don't.
No, you win the league.
Isak left. Do you know how much running Isak would have to do as a left winger for Liverpool?
Deep it. I actually wanted Isak to play left wing for Arsenal. I wanted Isak and Gyökeres.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. Because that's because Gyökeres is your guy, though. Isak he's not a left winger. Ekitike is not a left winger. If we're gonna do that, go and get me a left winger. Go and get me a Rodrigo. Go and get me a Semenyo. Go and get me a Rafael Leao. Go and get me a left winger. I'm sick of doing the whole square pegs, round holes. Like, go and get me someone. Go and get me a left winger. Even Wirtz. If you're gonna play Wirtz out on the left wing, play Kirk as a traditional left back. But don't feed me this whole Wirtz is going to play left wing, but really he's going to play as a 2-10, and then Kirkes ain't going to get up the pitch. No. Hooks, I genuinely think today's the first time I've looked at you and thought, like, Hooks wants me to feel pain. He doesn't want Arsenal to be successful. He wants Liverpool and Callum to feel pain. That's what I'm gaining from today's stream.
No, hey, look, yeah.
Mac right side defense. Mac can't do the running for Salah.
Right eight.
He can't do the running for Salah, bro.
I mean,
he can't.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Can't is a very strong word. Yeah. Can't implies that it implies a bit of impossibility.
Yeah, that's why I used the word.
Can't it implies a bit of impossibility, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I would even go as far to say that there's not actually really too much difference between can't and impossible. I would go as far, maybe they're synonyms. Yeah. So, but the thing is, yeah, he won't need to do as much running to cover Salah. Do you know why? Because Szoboszlai is doing all the covering on the left-hand side, you have not only Gravenberch, who can swing on over to sweep up anything that happens on that side from the deepest, being the deepest of the midfield in that setup. McAllister can chime in, and you also have Gomez, who is the better defender, who will defend that area a lot better than what Frimpong does. The reason why you have gaps is because Connor Bradley likes to bomb.
Because of the tactics.
But now when he bombs, there's no one there to protect. You're relying on Konate, and that's when you're exposing man to bozo moments. But if you don't have Konate there, you have Gomez there, you rule out the bozo moments. Do you know what it is? You know them, man, they can't see the forest from the trees. That's what's happening right now.
We're not in the forest. We're in the Serengeti right now, bro.
You're not thinking of the bigger picture. You're not thinking about all of the possibilities. You're not thinking about how it translates on the pitch. All you're thinking is, my players are going to play Isak is left wing, so he's always going to be left wing. Like, that's what you're doing.
We get carved up. We get carved up by team.
Team sheet analysis is never a good thing, but you need to think about how it all moves on the pitch, the tactic board, and all of them things there, bro.
You're better off playing a back three with Robbo on the left-hand side than you are with Joe Gomez on the right. And Frimpong and Kirkes as the wing-backs.
Well, it's clear that you don't actually want to win the league this season. So
that would be how we do it. Frimpong has to start because he needs to overlap Salah as well. We need someone to overlap Salah.
So, but you're not concentrating. Yeah, you're not concentrating. You're not focused. Yeah. Last season you won the league, right?
Yeah.
Who was playing right back?
Trent.
Does Trent invert or overlap?
He inverts.
So then that means that Salah more often than not picks up the ball where?
All right, shall I tell you why what you're about to say is incorrect?
Where, hey, you don't know what I'm about to say.
Okay, Salah picked up the ball. Salah kind of picked up the ball, a mixture of inverted and as a traditional winger, touchline winger. Both. Picked up both.
Yeah, but mainly in wide areas, right?
No, it's a bit of both. I'd probably say about 50-50.
50-50, yeah? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, Frimpong, he overlaps, right?
Yeah.
Which means definitely Salah will be picking up the ball in more often in more central areas, no?
Yeah.
So you've already confused the thing. Salah's not doing what he's used to, bro.
No, it's perfect for Salah because the reason why it worked with Trent is because Trent's passing ability allowed for Salah to be anywhere on that right-hand side and Trent would find him. Frimpong ain't finding Salah with that passing. So we need to move the ball around and then Frimpong needs to be the outlet who receives the ball in the final phase.
Do you know what? Mikey B, you're right. What started off as an exploratory kind of experiment with Wirtz being in the false nine has now turned into me trying to help Liverpool.
I don't. I'm still not convinced you're trying to help Liverpool.
Do you know what? I'm gonna stop trying to help you, man. And do you know what? Maybe it's because the kid in math getting an F, mate. Maybe. You know what?
I said, did you use algebra for question 2? Like, no, bro. I just used the calculator. Yeah. Oh, swear.
you know what? Slot, if you because you're probably watching this because Kyle's here. So I'm stupid. I don't know anything about football. Don't try Wirtz in the false nine. I promise you it won't get him more assists and more goals. It will break down the team. You won't be more defensively solid having 3 centre backs in your back four. And yeah, we can leave it at that. But we'll close it off there. You know, went a bit longer than what we usually do, but just because we was exploring. You know, I like exploring. We get to talk about football in a much nicer way. But people, big up to everyone that did join the stream today. Obviously, thanks again, Dan Potts, my brother, for the raid. Just a final reminder, those of you that did come from Dan Potts's stream, make sure you are liking and subscribing, because if you like Dan, you like me, because Dan likes me. That's why you see me over there all the time, brethren. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're subscribing over to Kopish as well. Sorry, I was a bit sidetracked because I was trying to figure out who to raid. I will be raiding Saeed. Yeah, Ra Kavon. Yeah. But yeah, I will be raiding Hook's raid. And you know what? People, if you haven't seen it yet, check out the new intro. Wow. Outro.
Man, I lick shot like Shevchenko. I got fam like getting on my nerves. Feel like man, I itch if that man get killed. Every day trying to get on nerve, but man just swerve, idiot, have a let go. I didn't mean idiot, have a let go. Man better mind out before they find out. It can get dark when you gas this petrol. Splash all over the pavement curb. Man know me, I don't play with verbs. Seen too much, I'm aiming first. Man don't think anymore, man burst. 18 and a click that's gift and curse. Man won't limp this biscuit hers. Civilian crashed on LinkedIn works. Got stacks on who's gonna be sprinting first. Them man now some man. Little idiots don't concern man.